My wife has a fish on. The carp fishing stops. Let's go. Alright. Yeah. You're okay. I almost guarantee there's gonna be carp right here in the water. We're gonna be fishing right there on the shore, right between this little valley of rocks. All right, we made it, baby. Look at this, beautiful. I think we'll do good today. Good morning, everyone. It's the dude from the Pacific Northwest, here to bring another trout fishing video. We are at Hawk Creek, or Lake Roosevelt. Joining me today is my beautiful wife, who was such a success on my last trout fishing trip that we had to go and bring our lucky charm. So, all right, so we have our 4 fishing poles today. My wife and I, we buy 2 pole endorsement here in Washington because when you go trout fishing, it's usually more beneficial. It increases your chance of catching, obviously by double, because you have more lines in the water. I also brought my bow fishing kit because the Roosevelt Lake, the rumor has it that there are carp in this water, and that was something that I've been researching before we got over on this trip, and it's something I witnessed in the past. And just as we were walking here today, we saw some that were mating. It's their spawn and their mating season, so that was very good news. I'm happy I trusted my gut and grabbed it with me. All right, let's see what we're working with today. As always, we have our secret sauce. It's a Lunker lotion, garlic scented, usually tends to work. Our bells for the long distance pulls that we put out, we're using garlic scented power bait with glitter, always successful. And salmon peach, or that's what we call it, natural scent. Salmon egg, also with glitter, very successful. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have our lines pre-made, pre-cut. We have bobbers, and this time around we went ahead and also brought worms, so that if for whatever reason power bait is not doing well, we will try fishing from the top. I might even go as far as to set one of these poles up for worm where the carp are spawning, because if I catch a carp on a pole, that fight, oh, could you imagine? It's gotta be insane. Maybe we'll do that for you. Pull out a massive carp on a pole. How fun would that be? It'd be a fight. It'd be nothing. These trout are a joke compared to those things. All right, we got our weight, our fake salmon egg, our stopper, and then our pre-made line. We are gonna go ahead, start the day off with salmon peach, as tradition shows. Tradition I've started 4 years ago when I first discovered this flavor. So again, round it into a little oval, put it onto the hook like so, and what you're aiming for is a teardrop shape. Take any excess off the bottom end, and we want a teardrop shape power bait. All extra doesn't go to waste. Power bait has gotten expensive. $5 for a little can of this, it's ridiculous, but whatever, still fishing. Some secret sauce, put it on there. Grab a bell, and let's toss our first line in the water. Let's get my wife rolling, huh? Now we're gonna aim for about 30 feet if we can. That's about where we want it. Pull the line back. There's no current here this morning, so we don't have to let it go and loose for a while. Okay, this should be good as is. Set the pull into the rock. There we go. Tighten our line. And set our bell. Setup number 1, baby. Couple more to go. Number 2 is set up. Got power bait going on. Teardrop shape. Snip off the extra. Secret sauce. Bell for long distance. And we're going for fishing pole number 2. All right, pole number 2 is locked and loaded. There Got a setup from whoever was here last. Tighten our pull. Bell on. On to the next one. All right, our third pull, we are not gonna do the salmon peach. We are going to try the garlic. Gotta diversify with baits because some days you never know which one works better. On average, these two have always been the most successful. Got both natural scent. One is garlic and one is salmon egg. Highly suggest, across the board, just never seems to let me down. You know, you see all the other fancy flavors like the purple one and the white one and whatever. And I'm sure people do catch them in areas that, you know, trout are very hungry, but across the board, if you want like a high success rate or a safe bet, a Toyota Camry of baits, if you will, I would highly suggest garlic and salmon egg. Those are your safest choices. There we go. Now the angle of this one. And last but not least, got one more pull. Get it locked up and get it loaded in the water. Last pull is hooked up. We are now putting on some bait. We should be good to go. Secret sauce and ready to go. All right. Something like that. Right there should do the trick. And just like that, we're good to go, baby. All right, I'm going to leave my wife here real quick on pole duty, and I'm going to see if I can hit a carp. I'll probably be gone for about, I don't know, 20 minutes. And on the way back, I'm going to grab worms from the car so that we can go ahead and try a worm out and see if that's going to be successful on the top here. Are you okay, honey, if I go? All right, I will be back in about 20. All right, we took the bow fishing kit with us today. I went as far as to even wear my waders, but that's just because I've learned that every time I go fishing and I don't bring my waders, there's always a scenario where I have to get myself in the water. So lesson learned, I'm wearing shorts underneath if I need to take them off, but this time I am well prepared. What a beautiful lake. I might have me and my wife bring our stuff over to this area so I could be closer to what we saw earlier, and that is some common carp. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find one and take a shot. See, they're spawning right there in that corner. You can see a pile of them. Let's try to take our shot, see what happens. Also carp everywhere. Let's go! Look at that, look at these boys. They're huge. Oh my goodness, look at that, they're over there. They're spawning, they're fighting for like, you know, for mating rights. Let's see how close we can get to them. They're swimming into this direction. I'm gonna try to not startle them off. See if I can take a close shot. Chose a wrong day not to wear my glasses. Just missed. I see them though. The water is so clear. This is a fish I would happily take home and try fillet. Okay, startle something off there. Remember, with carp, where there's one, there's plenty. So we kind of have a couple of choices. So we don't want to just shoot at the first one we see. We can find a big juicy one. That's the one we want to hit. But it's possible that I may have startled them off of this area. They might go out for a little bit and then come back in to continue spawning. I'm gonna have to get out of the water and scope them up top for a little bit until they recoup. I can't believe I missed that shot. They were all swimming in my direction. That would have been the easiest kill of all. well, that's what we learned. That's what we get for being impatient. And we move on, we learn. It looks like I found myself a gold mine. 2 reasons. One, I found a spot where my wife and I can go trout fishing. Hopefully we're being successful there. And carp fishing in the same time. The thing is, this body of water is very clean. I think that if I hit one of them today, I'd probably take it home, cook it and clean it. Well, clean it and then cook it. Probably throw it in a smoker or pressure pot. See what we can get out of this, you know? So stick around, let's see what happens. All right, we decided to relocate because over there wasn't really being successful and it's shade. Eventually the sun would come there, but it was cold. Now we're nice in the sun. This area is more flat, which is good for the chair. And one bonus point is all that much closer to the carp. So even if we don't catch trout, I hope to leave here with something. So let's go ahead, teardrop, secret sauce, and let's get her back going again. That right there is all reliable pole holder. Booyah! $0 spent at the Walmart. Bell right here. All right, bell, bobber, bell, bell, bowfish, baby. I am 15 feet away. Call me if you need anything. I love you too, very much. Okay, they're over there in the reeds. We gotta go, stat! All right, I think I learned my lesson from last time. I'm not going to rush the process this time. Last time I shot too early and I missed my chance with enormous carp because of it. We're here for a couple hours. There's no rush to shoot the first one, but there's a rush to shoot the biggest one. Let's sneak up and see what we can do. My wife has a fish on. The carp fishing stops. Let's go. Let's go, honey. I'm coming. Come on. Drag it, drag it, drag it. Are you kidding me? Look at that thing. Let's go.
Wow.
Sorry to do this to you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Look away. Look at that, honey. That's a monster.
I'm happy.
Babe.
We got at least one today.
A huge one. Amazing work.
Babe, that is deep.
I'm gonna go to the car and grab the cooler for you right away.
Got it right away?
Probably. Wow.
Babe,
I saw that. As soon as you pull the thing and I saw the pole still bobbing, I'm like, allure. Come here, come hold this. Put the pole. My wife just caught this massive trout. I need to right away go get the cooler. Honey, look at that thing.
Babe, that might be my PB.
Honey, amazing. I'll be back with the cooler. All right, little update. I'll show you guys right now, but my wife caught a massive trout. Arguably the biggest I've ever seen in Hawk Creek. I've been fishing this water, this lake, this specific spot for years. Never have I seen a trout that big, that girthy from the shore, let alone. I'll show you in a minute, but I had to go back to the car, grab the cooler with ice. Never. Yeah. You are an impressive woman, honey. I am very proud of you. Good work. Seriously, honey, words cannot express. I have been fishing Lake Roosevelt for years. I've never seen one this big. Never. Not from the shore, let alone especially. So now we are going to gut it and clean it, put it in the cooler. I want to make sure that we maintain the quality of the trout as much as possible. Best shot of doing that is to got it right away and put it on ice. Excuse you. Have some decency. There's a lady present. This thing just farted on me, honey. I do. There in Moses Lake. Look at that. Get it out. Want to make sure not to pop any of the intestines. There's one of these has like a pea vein or something in there, so you want to avoid it. Cut it at the throat, inside, as close to the throat, the tube hole as possible. And there you go. Disgusting to us, but some animals are gonna walk by and be very, very grateful for that later. There's the heart. Pretty good size. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut this area here. And anybody who has any tips on how to clean fish better, please leave it in the comments, your suggestions or your methods. I do it this way. We've been doing it this way for years. We try to take all the guts out as clean as possible, and then right away take all this lining out if we can, and then all this poop that goes up its spine, we try to remove that as soon as we can as well. If anybody has a better method of cleaning fish out at the water instead of just at home where you have all your tools and whatever, please let me know. Leave in the comments. Always open to hear thoughts and suggestions. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Now, we're not gonna do like a perfect clean, but I mean, if we can get the majority of it, or at least all the guts out, all the blood out of it, and we have saved ourselves a lot of flavor. My carp are calm, but my wife is catching fatties. And in the list of priorities, the fatties take the bait. Look at that. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. Got the carp right there, beautiful smoking hot wife, trout fishing on a Saturday morning. Life doesn't get better than this. I've made it in life. This is the pinnacle of success. Let's try to catch some more, huh? By my metrics, today was already rooted as a success. When you go trout fishing, if you go and drive over an hour to get to a location and you catch something, that's success. When I've been, the way that I go carping, carp is readily available where I'm normally residing at. So for me to get 3 in a day is very achievable. But to drive an hour to a whole different location to try to catch a trout and successfully do it, by the metrics, especially one of the size we just saw, that's considered a success in my book. So we have one trout. Let's try to get a carp for the old mom-in-law, huh? Oh yeah. Look at that baby, huh? Beautiful sight. Oh yeah. Huh? Thank you. That suckers are running away quick. I started running.
They swim like gnarly.
I was running, took a shot mid-run. Right in the stomach. Oh yeah. Look at that. You got away.
sit. We'll sit and just stand here. Yep. Right there. Ooh,
Just under.
Pushki foi assim. Yeah. Right. Come on, come on, come on. Hit one.
Trying to.
You're excited. Yeah, right there. Hella excited.
Yeah, there's closer ones.
Yes, got him. Got him. Got him. That was sick. Did you record that?
I hope so.
That was like a hard shot.
I'll let him wear himself out. I'm not losing that one. He's a big boy.
Yo, that's a sick video.
If I speed this too fast, he's gonna get away. Well, I'll get it to you, don't worry. It has a barb on the end of it. Dude, this guy is fighting for his life. It's almost... Look at that. Oh, dude, come look at this thing.
Dude, that is freaking huge. Dude, that's a massive one.
I'm taking that thing off.
He hit. Look at this sucker. There was like two going on the side and he hits the center one. Look at this bastard. Where'd you hit him?
Barely through his, like right through his stomach. Dude.
Bro. Look at him, he's still shaking. No, we just got surgery. We've got surgery before, so I'm not shaking anymore. Oh, it's halfway good. Dude, that's sick.
Oh, actually, yeah, you guys have a knife?
Check in the back of the boat. There should be not.
Got it on video, I guess. Look at all those eggs.
This is like 5 pounds.
You know that
look at the egg count, dude.
one carp can spawn up to 200,000 eggs. 200,000, one carp.
I think there's more than 200,000. Look at all those freaking.
Well, the average. I mean, they based off the
Yeah, I
average.
think
This thing is obviously not average.
That's not average. That's massive. Imagine if you slice his head off and he's hooked him up.
Bro, he can go. If that happened, he can go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Not as a successful day as usual, but I mean, look at the size of this thing. Beautiful trout that my wife caught. Amazing catch hunting once again. We've been here for about 4 hours. Got like a couple of little like jerks, but nothing crazy. We're gonna go ahead and pull all the rods out. We're gonna call it a day, but I also, while we was here, I hit a carp with the bow and arrow. I'll show you the size of that thing in a minute. Hi, how you doing? Good. Oh boy. Hey, how you doing? Oh, you know, enjoying the day. We got one trout and one carp. Yeah, it's the biggest carp I ever caught. Yeah, I'll show you right now. I gutted it, so I'm trying to go wash it, bring in the garbage bag. I'll show you right now.
Whoa. See the eggs in that thing?
That thing had so many eggs. I've never seen more eggs in my life. Never. I've never in my life seen any fish that compares. Oh yeah. On what'd you guys catch it with, worm or?
A worm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this thing was. Oh, I can't. You know, I'm sitting there, you know, with my bow. I'm just watching a ton of them. I'm like, please, just let me score the biggest one of any of them. Let me just score the biggest one, you know. And a bunch of them were swimming in a row. I took a shot at random and Yeah, and I don't eat carp, but my mom-in-law does. So
That almost isn't big enough for that fish.
there you go. Thank you very much. Up. I am very grateful. Thank you. You have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you. All right, to sum up today's video, we got one beautiful sized trout and one enormously large carp. So big it doesn't even fit in the cooler. I'll try to post pictures of the carp so you can see more in person if the camera isn't good enough. And I'll try to post pictures of the trout as well in my thumbnail at the end. Thank you guys for joining. I'm the dude, signing out. See you in the next one.